Hello there and welcome to the Coffee with Colm, and thank you for joining me. I had an interesting experience during the week. I was talking to two groups of kids during the week. One group of second years aged about 13, 14, and a group of fifth years aged about 16, 17. And in both cases we were talking about the future. We were talking about them getting ready for the future, because the future, as we know, is uncertain. In fact, the only one constant is going to be change. So they need to prepare themselves for a vastly different world than the world perhaps you and I grew up in. And in talking with them, I was sharing similar messages, albeit delivered slightly differently. And the conversation with both groups reminded me of some of the stuff that I learned from stage at Pendulum Summit earlier in the year in Dublin. Nick Vujicic was one of the keynote speakers, and Nick was one of those very rare, unique individuals who was born with no arms and no legs. Talk about a tough start in life. But his parents decided early on that the best way for Nick to get prepared for what lay ahead was to not mollycoddle him. Big brave decision, I think you'd agree. Now Nick is a wonderful speaker, and he teaches people how to overcome stuff all the time, clearly because he's a living example that he's got to overcome stuff every single day of his life. And when Nick was speaking with us, he recommended there were 5 things we should consider. First of those is that we should consider being a little more grateful. The likelihood is there's more good in your life, more going well for you in your life at this moment in time than not. However, we've got this tendency, being human beings, to focus on the negative. So perhaps we should consider being a little more grateful in this next week for all the good stuff that's going on in our lives. And the second thing Nick said was, we don't know what we can achieve until we try it. And it's so true. There's Nick, who born with no legs, no arms, has got daily struggles to overcome that you and I probably can't even comprehend. Yet he does. So you don't know what you can achieve until you try. So perhaps in this next week, try something new. Try something that perhaps you've been putting off for some time. Third thing Nick said was, when and not if you fail, get back up. When and not if you fail, get back up. You're going to fail at something. Let's be honest, right? So if you're going to fail at something, well then fail early. Fail early and learn from it, and then start again. Pick yourself back up and start again. And the fourth thing that Nick said is, which is linked to the third, is failure is education. Failure is education. Sometimes I win and sometimes I learn. The professionals out there, if they don't put enough points on the board to win it in a particular game, they go back to the dressing room. They don't suck their thumbs. They go back to the dressing room and watch video footage to see how they might improve next time out, so that they give themselves a better shot at winning next time out. So failure is education. And the fifth thing that Nick said is, obstacles are not barriers. And it's so true. The universe wants you to live the life of your dreams. Absolutely wants you to live the life of your dreams, and is willing to allow you to live the life of your dreams, but not until it tests you. So you decide you want to live a particular lifestyle out in the future, and you start taking steps towards it. And the universe's job, life's job, is to throw stuff in your way to see, are you worthy of it? But they're not barriers, they're obstacles that you learn to overcome. And it's in the overcoming that you succeed. So a quick recap. Let's be a little more grateful. You don't know what you can achieve until you try. When you fail, not if you fail, get back up. Failure equals education, and obstacles are not meant to be barriers. And thank you for joining me for coffee. Make next week count, and I'll see you here this time next week for another Coffee with Colm. Sláinte. I really love great coffee. Talk to you soon. Bye for now.